Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. If you feel like letting go, you can take control. You can turn this all to something beautiful where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time. Say it louder, say it louder. You're the question, you're the answer. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. If you feel like letting go, you can take control. You can turn this all to something beautiful where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time. Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. If you feel like letting go, you can take control. You can turn this all to something beautiful where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder. Feel the moment, feel the power. Bring the animal back to life. Bring the energy one more time. 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 Bring the energy one Bring the energy one more time. Say it louder, say it louder. Oh, you're the question, you're the answer. Oh, bring the animal back to life. Oh, bring the energy one more time. Oh, if you feel like letting go, you can take control. You can turn this all to something beautiful where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you down, down, down. Say it louder, say it louder. Oh, feel the moment, feel the power. Oh, bring the animal back to life. Oh, bring the energy one more time. Bring the energy one more time.
A very good evening. Welcome to World Cup 2026 live here on LFS for another one of our group deciders. And after last night's drama, it is certain to be an exciting night as we watch Group E conclude in this World Cup. Already we know the group winners, but who will claim second spots in this group and who could possibly end up as a best third team? We will see. Our focus for this one is Ecuador against Germany. An Ecuador side who are in desperate need of their first goal and their first win at this World Cup to secure a knockout place. A Germany side already confirmed as group winners know that this is a chance to go 3 wins in a row in the group for the 2014 winners. And the other game, Curacao looking to make history. If they can beat Cote d'Ivoire, they could progress to the knockout stages. A win would surely secure that. And Cote d'Ivoire as well, on the horizon of a dramatic inclusion in the knockout stages of this World Cup. These are the two games that we'll be keeping a very close eye on right the way throughout tonight. And a quick look at how the table looks coming into this game. Germany top the group with 6 points. They can't be overtaken by Cote d'Ivoire because they beat them, so therefore they can only finish level on points, with Cote d'Ivoire finishing second, no matter the goal difference situation. Cote d'Ivoire currently starting second. Know that only a defeat would see them displaced in their position in second after beating Ecuador in game 1. So it is win and hope for a little bit of luck for Ecuador in terms of their second place finish. In terms of Curacao, well, they need to win in their own form and hope that Ecuador don't do the same, because then they would be in trouble goal difference wise. So it is all on the line here in Group E. We know our winners, but who will follow suit with Germany at making it to the knockout stages? Of course, overnight we had some dramatic action from the other groups, but this is a quick look at the group permutations for Group E. Germany, of course, already confirmed as group winners. Cote d'Ivoire can finish as runners-up if they win or draw against Curacao. Ecuador will finish as runners-up if they win against Germany and Curacao win against Cote d'Ivoire, and they better Curaçao's goal difference. For Curacao, it's a little simpler. They need to beat Cote d'Ivoire and hope that Ecuador failed to win against Germany. So it is Ecuador with the outside hope of being the next side into the knockout stages, and certainly as runners-up is a big, big ask. And those are the permutations. Let's have a look at the two teams for this one, starting with Ecuador, who came into this one after an incredible qualification campaign in South America as maybe one of the dark horses for the tournament, but they have certainly struggled to put the ball in the net, yet to score at the tournament. Galindez is in goal, a back five of Yaboa, Ordonez, Pacho, Hincapié and Angulo as wing-backs. Vite, Moises Caicedo and Franco are in the midfield, with Plata and Ener Valencia leading the line. On the bench for Ecuador, Valle, Ramirez, Torres, Porozo, Medina, Presadio, Valencia, Castillo, Alcivar, Estupiñán, Minda, Arevelo, Caicedo, Paez and Rodriguez. Well, for Germany, top spot already secured, but a chance to go 3 wins in a row in the group is on the line. Manuel Neuer starts in goal. Joshua Kimmich, Antonio Rudiger, Jonathan Tah and Raum are the back 4. Of course, no Nico Schlotterbeck, he is injured. Felix Mecha and Alexander Pavlovic are in the midfield. Musiala in the 10. Wirtz and Sané the wingers. And Kai Havertz at the centre forward. On the bench, Nubel, Baumann, Thiaw, Anton, Stieler, Ouedraogo, Goretzka, Bayer, Amiri, Gross, Undav, Llewellyn and Voltamada. So it is all on the line in Group E. Ecuador, Germany, our feature game. We'll keep a very close eye on Curacao against Cote d'Ivoire as well. And kick-off here is on the way in just a moment in what has been a wonderful World Cup so far. And we're in the home of the final hosts in New York, New Jersey. Kick-off here, on the way next. A very good evening. Thank you very much for joining us at a little later time of 9 o'clock UK time. Thank you very much for your company. This Thursday evening, Ecuador against Germany is our feature commentary game alongside Curacao, Cote d'Ivoire, which we will keep a very close eye on as well in this group. It is all about who will be the runners-up, who will travel with Germany into the round of 32. Will it be one or two teams, and which of those one or two teams will it be? That is what we have to decide and see tonight. And after what has been a dramatic last 24 hours of dramatic action, both in Group C and in Group A, which we'll update you on throughout the evening to give you a quick look at that, it has been a wonderful day for World Cup action, and we start all over again for another go at another big group decider. Ecuador in yellow shirts and navy blue shorts. Germany in their away kit of navy shirts and kind of teal shorts. And what a great start to the tournament it has been for Germany, and quite the contrast for Ecuador, who really, you gotta say, haven't lived up to expectation coming into this tournament. Expected to be one of those outsider teams that you really expect to be dangerous in this competition and maybe a bit of a dark horse, but they have failed to excite in the attacking end of the field. Defensively, they've been really quite strong, only conceded one goal on the contrary, but haven't been able to test their opponents enough. And after that goalless draw with Curacao, setting up Curaçao's chance of a final game win to progress is a dream for them. Here's Wirtz in behind for Germany. Quick start here from Germany, but Wirtz just allowed the ball to evade him, and he's frustrated with that one, the Liverpool player. And we'll have a throw in here with that. Of course, the left back here for Germany in Raum. One short with it. Havertz, Pavlovic, now Wirtz plays it across, and the shot is in. It's Leroy Sané. It took less than 2 minutes for the group leaders and winners to tick and hit the front. Ecuador behind, and that incredible defensive record is under major threat already. 1-0 to Germany, and they're off the mark in fabulous style. Ecuador are furious. They want a foul here for a high boot from Alexander Pavlovic on the number 15 there in Vite, Pedro Vite. Not for me. Not for me. I mean, I don't understand why. It's a high boot from Alexander Pavlovic, but in my opinion, he gets the ball and doesn't make contact with the player. To me, that's not a foul. What do you want him to do? Just not go for the ball? It is dangerous, but in that sort of situation, I don't see that as a foul. But that's what they will be questioning, Ecuador, and rightfully so. An awful start right from the off here, as Curacao against Cote d'Ivoire, or Ivory Coast in English, of course. Well, VAR actually haven't said, they're checking for a possible foul, so it's a beautiful ball by Florian Wirtz. Really good layoff under real pressure. Just flicks it into the path of Sané, who's already set himself to sweep it with the left foot into the bottom left corner. Everybody's going the wrong direction. Sané sends it the opposite way. Beautiful goal. And Germany off the mark inside 2 minutes. A perfect start for Deutschland. And the most horrific start for Ecuador, who are yet to concede more than one goal in a game under their manager in Sebastian Bekasese. 45-year-old has only lost 2 of his 22 matches in charge of Ecuador. They've drawn 12 of those games, though. It's now about trying to find a way back early in this game. As the referee from the USA, or referee, I think it's Tori Penso it is. And Jamal Musiala there fouled a little late. It's an early problem here for Sebastian Bekasese. We will show you the live table to show you what that means for the group as well. It means very little in terms of Germany, in terms of their positioning, but it means Ecuador are in a really difficult spot. We'll show you that in a moment, as Germany have a free kick here on the left-hand side. It's been an electric start from the Germans. Joshua Kimmich. He's going to square the ball out to Caoimhan Ferris. Back to Joshua Kimmich. Going to work the angle here, Germany. Back to Ferris again. Nice intercept play. Musiala out wide. It goes to Raum. Raum, no way through there. There's Pavlovic with the press. Right on the defenders. Raum trying to win the foul. Pavlovic with the block. Really strong and impressive start from Germany. Real high intensity. So we see the moment again from Pavlovic to flick it over the head of Vite. Yeah, just not for me. Doesn't make contact and he gets the ball cleanly over the head of the player. I mean, I don't see that as a foul. Sebastian Becasese, of course, would do. The Ecuador head coach, of course, from Argentina. Sebastian Becasese. I mean, it's an incredible record that they've never conceded more than one goal in a single game. Ecuador under Becasese's charge, so it's a really, really strong defensive record, but already that defence has been breached by Germany. Have already put 7 past an opponent in this tournament so far. Needed that late winner against Cote d'Ivoire in Game 2 to secure their group winning status. Oh, well won back by Verts. He's going to shoot. It's charged down on the edge of the box by Ordóñez. Now it's constant Germany pressure. Ecuador haven't been able to get anywhere near any sort of possession to evade said pressure. Let's quickly show you the updated group table. At the moment, Germany, every time you look, Germany are bursting towards the box and in a dangerous position. So of course the left-hand side of your screen, the left-hand side of the graphic here to show you the table, which I'll get up now, shows you in terms of the dotted lines are live position in terms of unconfirmed, and the solid line is confirmed. So Germany are confirmed winners, 9 points as it stands. Cote d'Ivoire on 4, currently drawing with Curacao on 2, and Ecuador on 1 as it stands, currently losing. But as I say, that they're level in that game, well, that has just changed. We told you Curacao need to win and hope Ecuador don't win to secure second place. Well, that is not what's happening. It's the exact opposite. Cote d'Ivoire have taken the lead in that game. Ivory Coast leading by 1-0. And it's come from the left-hand side. It's not the best of defending from Curacao. A little bit bobbly. Clear to fail, shall I say, to clear their lines. And the cutback from the byline. Strode onto. And that is a wonderful opener from Pepe to give Cote d'Ivoire the early lead there. So at the moment, the two that started the night in the top 2, as it stands, are strengthening their positions. But here come Ecuador with a response here. A chance! A goal! That is beautiful! What a finish! What a response from Ecuador! And what a way to score the first goal of the tournament for your country. Nelson Angulo with the Ecuador leveller. That is superb. Kisses the country badge. And look at them soar in New Jersey. Well, that is a cracker from Ecuador. Again, it's poor from Germany in the midfield. I think it was... trying to see who it was. It was Felix Mecha that actually gives the ball away, and Angulo just strides onto it. And as he gets to around by the edge of the D, he just lofts the ball, just gets a bit of lift behind the ball, and tries to direct it into that far corner. Goes through the legs of the Germany player and into the bottom right corner. It's through the legs of Pavlovic, and full stretch. Manuel Neuer can't keep it away from his goal. Beautiful finish, pure accuracy from Angulo. And what a start to this game. Ecuador won, Germany won. And that's exactly what they needed, Ecuador. Perfect. 1-1. Nilson Angulo. There you have it. Well, we've a lot of changes to talk about. We literally just showed you an updated group table, and it's all changed since that point. We'll tell you about it in a second. Once it is updated on our screen. There it is. And we'll show you it in a moment, because Germany have another free kick here. I mean, this has been an electric start to this game. 2 goals inside 9 minutes. It's Joshua Kimmich and Raum over this. David Raum and Joshua Kimmich off the left, similar to the earlier free kick position for Germany. Kimmich will deliver it in, headed away at the near post, brought down by Wirtz, spread out to the right. Sane, heavy touch though, but that's quickly found a way back to a German defender as Joshua Kimmich recycles. Flip ball over the top, down the left. Raum across. That was dangerous. Pacho clears. This game has been really open as Pavlovic has to play it back to Joshua Kimmich. Well, this is the way the group looks at the moment. Some dangerous possession there. Well, Germany still remain top, 7 points. Cote d'Ivoire would go on to 6 points as it stands with what would be their second group win. Ecuador currently drawing. They're on 2 points. And Curacao, who are losing, are on 1 point. As it stands, though, Ecuador wouldn't have enough to secure a third place, as the graphic would show. As you can see there, there's no green dotted line. Therefore, that would mean it's still in the balance for Ecuador. If they were to win this game, then they would be in a very strong position to secure a third place spot into the round of 32. Now, what a dramatic start to this group decider. 3 goals from 3 different teams in the group. Oh, Franco getting a bit involved there. The goalkeeper was committed in Galindez, who looked like he was coming for it. A bit of miscommunication there, but Franco took charge. Rudiger. Wirtz. Florian Wirtz. No way through there for Germany. I know Ecuador trying to play it down the channel. Here's Enner Valencia trying to beat past Jonathan Tah, who has the pace to just drift back and find Manny Neuer in the goal. Reminder for you, a win is necessary for either Curacao or Ecuador to secure a possible third place. Although they could also secure second. Curacao, if they win, could finish second if Germany beat Ecuador. Or sorry, if Ecuador failed to beat Germany is what I meant to say. Which is currently happening. But Curacao are currently losing, so that doesn't help them. We'll also show you the knockouts as it stands. Shot from range. That was zipped wide from Felix Mecha. Yeah, good play. Shot there from Felix Mecha. Might have took a touch off Willian Pacho, but here we have to see this goal again from Nilson Angulo. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And look at Sebastian Becasese. What a moment for Ecuador, who really needed it in this game after such a disappointing and sloppy start, conceding the goal inside 2 minutes. They needed a response, and quick, and that's exactly what they got from Nilson Angulo's leveller. Remember, this will be a Germany team who will know that no matter the ultimate result, they will be in the round of 32 and they will be there as group winners. So effectively whatever happens today isn't a major concern to Germany in terms of the outright group finish. As it stands, at least 3 points is what you would kind of have to expect for a third place team. Only one team, albeit there's only previously 3 groups that have concluded, but only one of those has 4 points. There are, though, which is quite unnerving, 4 third place teams that are on 3 points going into their final group games, meaning a draw should be enough for any of those teams in Sweden, Croatia, Algeria or Paraguay. Cape Verde also just sneaking in on 2 points. But remember, there's other games to be played and more teams still to play, including Ecuador, who are currently ranked 10th for third place teams in the groups, and that is a live update. They would have been 11th if they when they were losing. So at the moment, a draw is nowhere near enough. There may be a scenario where 2 points could be enough, but that would be in a very rare scenario. So it is basically win or you're not in the knockouts for Ecuador. Germany know they will play a third place team. At the moment it's currently slotted as Paraguay, and Paraguay, of course, in terms of the best third teams, they are currently ranked 6th. So whatever team finishes 6th as a best third will play Germany on Monday for their opener in the round of 32. That'll be in Boston. 9:30 kickoff. We should, I believe, have that here on LFS, I would suspect. I would very much expect that to be here on LFS on Monday nights, but we can't confirm just yet, depending on what matchups we're going to cover and see what will emerge. Ecuador have settled well, though, since their leveller. Made it much more of a contest. Here's Angulo to Vite. Back across it comes to Ordóñez. Valencia. Back from Yeboah, back to Ordóñez. Vite. Into Yeboah. Yeboah here, doing well to work into a space in the middle. Has to play it back though to recycle. Caicedo. Now to Vite. Good spell of possession this from Ecuador though. Germany sitting off a little bit. There's a risky pass from Ordóñez, but Germany give them a cheap throw. The poor ball there from Alexander Pavlovic, straight out of play. Well, that early goal was a little bit, not of a fluke, but a little bit, yeah, I would say a little bit fluky from Germany in that sense, that it didn't come from a good passage of play. It came from an awkward bit of defending from Ecuador so early in the game. I think Ecuador have played the better football. And that's going to be a foul. Pierre Nkapie is going to be penalised for a collision, or a battle, shall we say, with Joshua Kimmich. Yeah, they're kind of pulling each other there, to be fair, and Joshua Kimmich goes down because he's holding on to Nkapie, who's running away from him. I don't think that's a foul for me. Referee a little whistle happy so far, which I don't particularly like, if I'm honest. I like a referee that lets things flow, lets the game play, doesn't whistle for every little challenge. And Rudiger again though. Another sloppy play from a bit of sloppy play from Germany, where they just passed it straight out. really poor. Certainly not appeasing for Julian Nagelsmann in these early moments, despite the fact they conceded so early, or scored so early. The fact they've conceded, actually conceded in all 3 of their games, Germany, of course. Now, in the opener against Curacao, they levelled in that game, Curacao, before losing 7-1, and then Cote d'Ivoire also got a goal against them. That's nice play. Plata trying to lift it into the box. Scraped away, but again, no hold up there between Wirtz and Havertz. It's quickly retrieved by the Ecuadorian defence. Caicedo now. Vite. Back to Moises Caicedo. Clips it over the top, looking for a run, and Rudiger was in the way, but it's going to bounce out here to the right. Yeboah. Caicedo back across. Nkapie. Down the left for Angulo. That's Sane for company, Nilson Angulo. 2 scorers so far in the game, up against one another. Angulo, little reverse pass. Nkapie trying the cross. Blocked by Joshua Kimmich. That's going to be a corner. Yeah, really, really good play from Ecuador. Really patient build-up. Really smart play down the left from Angulo and Nkapie. A really nice link-up. They're having they're the ones with the danger at the moment, Ecuador. Certainly playing the better of the 2 teams. Still Curacao 0, Ivory Coast 1 in that other game. As the cross delivered in and cleared away by the hands of Manuel Neuer from Angulo's cross. Wait for a Ecuador throw. Well, Sebastian Becasese calling for calm from his players. I want the game to get too open, which you can understand. 28 degrees here in New Jersey, East Rutherford, where MetLife Stadium is located. 28 degrees on a warm Thursday afternoon. It's just past 20 past 4 local time. Here is Yeboah. With Plata. Yeboah. Lovely little turn. He's got Vite on the outside. Vite's cross bounces down. They're calling for a handball in there, I think, the Ecuador players. Referee says no. That's well won back again. Really impressed with them so far. Here's Yeboah into Franco. Franco cuts it back this time. Not well defended again by Germany. Valencia carried out of the box. It's Plata. No way through there. You have to say though, it's all Ecuador at the moment. Really unusual from Germany. Not getting much pressure on the ball. First touches have been poor, passes have been sloppy. That's a flick ball around the outside. A chance here for Nkapie in behind. He wanted a foul. That's strong defending in my opinion. I don't think that's a foul. Yeah, we see it again. Nkapie got in behind Leroy Sané. Sané just holding him off. I mean, that's not a foul. It's never a foul. Wanted a handball in Joshua Kimmich. Good. Yeah, definitely not come off his leg. I mean, it was worth a shout. Why not? But definitely not. Just short of 24 minutes gone. Ecuador 1, Germany 1. Sané opening the scoring after just less than 2 minutes. Nilson Angulo with the response. And an emphatic response for Ecuador's first goal of the tournament. No better time to score it. Joshua Kimmich. All down the left-hand side to Wirtz. Havertz left it. It's Musiala in behind, but that's again the Ecuadorian defence getting in the way, but quickly won back off Caicedo by Pavlovic. Wirtz. Raum with the cross. The header by Havertz is into the hands of the goalkeeper, Hernan Galindez. Yeah, it's good play by Germany. Dangerous bowling by Raum. Havertz just kind of guided it towards goal rather than any real pace on it. Well, in terms of a hydration break, taking a bit of time. Not that I'm complaining, but we're at 25 minutes now and the referee hasn't indicated for a hydration break. It's almost like the way football used to be before we had mid-half stoppages. That's picked away from David Raum, and Yeboah was breaking in behind. Raum got back in cover just in the nick of time to clear it away, but again, really ponderous from Germany, just well below the level after what was a strong, intense start. Since the leveller, Germany have fallen asleep and Ecuador have come alive. Here's Vite in the middle. Play it back to Ordonez. Now Pacho. Gives it to Vite. And Capier back inside to Pacho. I have to say, I've been really impressed with the response of Ecuador since that Germany opener. Really, really strong response. You ever talk about a team that concedes so early? It can go one of two ways. We saw with Scotland last night where they conceded so early in that game against Brazil, and they all came crumbling down for Steve Clarke's side. But what a response this has been from Ecuador. True mentally strong response. Not only to equalise, but now be on the front foot and try and push for a goal to take the lead in the match, which is quite fascinating and really quite extraordinary. But it has been a problem that has been earmarked and has been highlighted in terms of Germany, as we will have the hydration break. It is something that has been highlighted, the fact that Germany have looked a little bit vulnerable defensively at times in the tournament, and that's where maybe question marks of, are Germany going to go to the very depths of the competition, to the latter stages in your quarterfinals, semi-finals and even final? Are they going to get kind of undone in those situations against maybe the top opponents? Because no disrespect to the three teams that they've played in this group, but they are rightfully and undoubtedly the best quality team in the group, but they've still shown really vulnerable moments in all three games. They've conceded goals in moments where they've probably been on top, or they've been the better team, or in moments where they pretty shouldn't have conceded, and that is where the concern, I think, will be in terms of Germany and their abilities to maybe go to the quarterfinals or semi-final or even to the final. Because, not to bring it back to the France or Spain's, but all those top teams so far have shown a different quality. Germany just haven't had that strength. Really good start though from Leroy Sané. A really good finish, but this from Nilson Angulo, just a lift is what creates the goal. It's the lift that he gets underneath the ball to spin it into that bottom right corner. Really beautiful connection. Wonderful goal. And it is similar disappointment for Germany. Albeit, as I said, this game won't be highlighted as ultimately impactful for Germany in the grand scheme of things. They're already through as group winners. We know that already, but it will be highlighted if things go wrong later in the tournament that they don't learn from. As we have another quick look at the group table as it stands. Remember, at the moment, Germany group winners, that's confirmed. Cote d'Ivoire currently winning against Curacao by a goal to nil. They're on 6 points, so they will be second. So that dotted line on the left in green means that as it stands, they would confirm their place in the round of 32. Ecuador don't have that, so therefore, as it stands, they will, at the moment, not be qualifying as a best third, but that could still change. That is what that means, that they're not either eliminated or confirmed through. So they're still hanging in the balance, and as it stands, Curacao, of course, would be eliminated as the 4th place team in the group. A reminder as well, at half-time we'll talk about Group A and Group C's conclusions, what it means for each of those groups and the teams that finish 3rd, and their possible expectation chances of getting through to the round of 32, and what the realistic probabilities of that are. We'll talk about that at half-time. As the 30-minute mark has surpassed here in MetLife Stadium, the referee will get the game back underway after the hydration break. Reminder, a quick look at the other game in this group, Curacao against Cote d'Ivoire. This is the live score. Cote d'Ivoire leading after Nicolas Pepe opened the scoring after just 7 minutes in that game. Here is David Raum. Bit of a heavy touch. It's a really good challenge by Ordonez, who came across to defend. I am absolutely roasting, by the way. If you ever see me, seen me leaning back a little bit, it's to get into the area of the fan in the room. It is roasting. Here's David Raum to take this throw in for Germany. Caicedo, though, quickly winning it back for Ecuador. Lovely little touch inside from Yeboah, trying to play it through to Valencia, but that's cut out just in the nick of time by Jonathan Tah. Oh, poor again from Germany, poor back pass. It's picked up by Angulo here. He's got in Valencia. Carried a little wide, Valencia back across. Falls to the feet of a German player in Kai Havertz to clear up the field, but again, not the best from Germany. Sloppy play in the middle, almost got them in another vulnerable position. Really sloppy football at times from Germany. Here's Sané off this right. Square to Musiala, flick ball in behind. Havertz will chase. Carried out to the right hand side though. Has to reverse it back down the touchline to Joshua Kimmich. Pavlovic. Sané was well challenged there by 2 in yellow. And nicely picked up here in the middle by Vite, but the poor pass is quickly retrieved by Germany. Only one shot on target from their one shot, Ecuador, so far, so they're lacking the final third threat, but they've looked really strong on the ball in this first half. Germany with more of the chances, but not much in terms of difference in possession or XG overall in the game. As Pavlovic beaten off the ball, it's a really good challenge. It's Caicedo. Valencia just beaten to it by Pavlovic. Neuer with the clearance. Every time that Ecuador go for the press, Germany are getting dispossessed every single time. I mean, how, by this point, I mean, it's about 5 or 6 times that we've seen it happen in this first half, and they haven't learned from it. They're still really slow with their play, and are getting caught in possession time and time again. Credit to Ecuador, but at the same time, discredit to Germany in that front. Kimmich. Rudiger. Back to Neuer. Joshua Kimmich. Back to Manuel Neuer again. Left it out to the left-hand side over the head of Wirtz. Will bounce back into the path of Pavlovic, who plays in Wirtz, who's got space to run ahead of him. Flicks it into the path of Musiala, who has the go, and that's a slide tackle from Pacho to put it behind for the corner. Great defending from the Ecuador defence. Again, really good though. Pavlovic, though, picking up the ball into space for Wirtz, who's his most dangerous when he has room to roam ahead. And as he flicks it through for Jamal Musiala, here's a cut back onto his right. I think it's Ordonez that actually has the final challenge to put it behind for the corner. And we'll see Wirtz take this resulting corner. Their first corner of the game for Germany. Wirtz, right-footed. Near post, it will bounce down, but all the way through the bodies. Svite flicks it round the outside. A chance here for Ecuador to break. 3 of them up there. Valencia is the one along with Plata, but all the way through there, and they're just going to recycle it back. Yeah, decided against that. There wasn't enough bodies forward for Ecuador to really penetrate Germany. Here is Nilson Angulo, though, trying to dribble his way through this time, but ultimately Joshua Kimmich and then Manuel Neuer had the better of it. Looked dangerous, Nilson Angulo. Of course, he has the goal, but even in possession, he's looked a real threat from wide. Certainly carrying the ball forward. Less than 10 minutes to go with the first half. Ecuador 1, Germany 1, and as it stands, Ecuador won't be securing either a third place position or a qualification place at all in the knockouts, whether that be through second or third. At the moment, Germany and Cote d'Ivoire would be the 2 out of this group progressing to the round of 32 in that order. Ta flicking one over the top, looking for Havertz. Header from Franco drops to Wirtz. Trying to go for the little 1-2 with Musiala. Somehow it's found its way to Musiala after Wirtz was hounded there. Musiala trying to cut back on his man. And Pavlovic couldn't keep a hold as Rudiger has to come across to try and block off Plata. Plata does well there to keep a hold of the possession. Right to the left for Angulo. Yeah, it's really impressed me so far. Ecuador's ability in possession, or whether on the ball, to really move it well against Germany. Find those dangerous areas, but if they can just link that up in the final third, they can be much more of a danger in terms of in front of goal to Germany. That's been their problem the whole tournament, the fact they haven't been able to be as threatening in front of goal as they probably should have been. Albeit though they had 27 shots, 15 shots on target, over 75% possession against Curacao. They couldn't find a breakthrough. And in the Cote d'Ivoire game, they had only 1 shot on target to win that game. Here come Germany on the break. There's Mecha. That was cleared away. Pavlovic picks it back up, but they're going to pull it back for a foul here. Initially is the referee. See it again here. Oh, actually, the referee got in the way of the play. That's what happened. So, the referee gave a drop ball. Ta. Kimmich. Wirtz. Down the right side to Sane. Sane trying to, again, return the ball to Florian Wirtz, who set up the Germany opener. To no effect, though. Well, 6.5 minutes to go with the first half. I think Ecuador will be pleased at this rate and at this point with their first half performance. They know a win is necessary. If they go in at half-time level, they'll know that a second half push could get them the late winner, or the moment they need to secure 3 big points against a really good German side, but a vulnerable German side at the back. Angulo again trying to cause issues. This time they just about escape the pressure, Germany, and Musiala runs into trouble but has options. Havertz picks up the loose ball. Pavlovic, now Wirtz. Wirtz couldn't get his ball clipped in, that was blocked. Well, on that left-hand side, out for the throw. Excuse me. Angulo's been really able to get the better of Joshua Kimmich in those 1v1s so far. Every Germany player, though, in a 1v1 hasn't been great to this point. A quick update from the other game between Curacao and Cote d'Ivoire in Philadelphia. It is still Curacao 0, Cote d'Ivoire 1. In that one, Nicolas Pepe's goal early in the game has it the way it is. At the moment, that is nowhere near enough for Curacao to have any chance of going through. And at the moment, Ecuador drawing here is also not enough for them to see a place in the knockout stages. I'll have to say, whatever happens, the Curacao fans have more than enjoyed their World Cup trip and their travels. First ever World Cup goal in the game against Germany, their first ever World Cup point against Ecuador. Here's a chance for Musiala. Cross towards Havertz was blocked again. Moises Caicedo dropping in to help out defensively there. Again, it's a fed ball down that left-hand side. Good run by Musiala off the centre, out wide to the left. And then he takes on the man, spins it with the outside of his right foot across goal and blocked away from Havertz by Moises Caicedo. A bit better though from Germany in the last few minutes. Ecuador's threats has a little bit dissipated, but it's more German control, or maybe even Ecuador having a little bit of a rest. Pavlovic again plays it straight out of play, but when they do something good, Germany, they follow it up with something pretty awful so far in this game. Top. Pressured here by Enner Valencia. Oh, not the best of kicks there from Neuer. Joshua Kimmich makes up for it though, and Rudiger there to clear long. Again, just looking off at Germany in those moments, as we're going to see a foul here given. And the yellow card for Piero Hincapié. It's a foul against Hincapié for the pull on USA. Apologies for Leroy Sané, but the referee's actually given it for dissent more than anything else. But Piero Hincapié in the book. The Arsenal centre back, also orthodox left back as well, is in the book. First yellow card of the game. Valencia trying to cause the threats. This time it's going to be Alexander Pavlovic with the challenge, quickly followed by a yellow card. Yeah, just a drag down on Enner Valencia. Yeah, it's definitely a foul, and it deemed a yellow card by the referee for Alexander Pavlovic. Nice play there from Galindez, the Ecuador goalkeeper. Really got direct ball up the middle. Franco to Yeboah. Down the right hand side here for Ecuador. Yeboah chops onto his left on the inside. Back outside it goes. To Franco on the overlap. Inside now to Moises Caicedo. Squares it across. Vite trying to direct one through from Angulo's run. Who runs into Jonathan Tah, but really good idea. Mecha. Now Wirtz. Back to Mecha. Charlie. Wirtz. Sonny activates, just popping it around here, Germany a little bit. Oh, it's going to drop for Havertz. Mavlovic got in the way a little bit. Havertz trying to feed it in behind it, get another go. Ball seems to be bouncing around a lot. Lots of deflections, lots of loose ball pickups. There's a lot of that. Turnovers in possession. It's in moments quite a sloppy game. So we surpassed the 45-minute mark. And Valencia again trying to get on the back of Jonathan Tah there as he was in possession. He just about held him off, did the German defender. 4 added minutes, quite extravagantly announced in the stadium. 4 added minutes. Tah just overhit that outside pass towards David Raum. Poor again from Germany though. Just an unforced error from Jonathan Tah, just a really poor pass. Real lacking quality at times in this first half, Germany. Plata there, running the throw in. Bekasese wanted it to be taken quicker there. Franco wasn't in a hurry. Franco down the line it goes. Yeboah the one to occupy. Dealt with by Germany, but right back to Ordonez it comes. Tah's opposite number takes it down from the clearance. Kimmich fired into the path of Sane, who's really strong to hold off his markers. Reverse pass from Wirtz, not quite finding a teammate on that occasion. That's what I have to say. Germany just don't seem balanced, just don't seem understanding of one another in this first half. They just look a little bit out of sync. That's another long ball forward. It's Enner Valencia. It's off the back again of Jonathan Tah, who gets in the way of it, but there's danger there. Wirtz gets a little caught in possession again. Lovely chop by Angulo to get past Sane. Wide it goes, cross in towards Valencia, is cleared away. Ecuador posing some late first half danger here. Challenged by Havertz, but again, second ball picked up by Nkapie. And too much for Angulo to keep it in, but Vite was the one that's down at the moment, is in pain. A little challenge from Kai Havertz. Yeah, it's not a foul. It's a good challenge actually by Havertz. Ordonez almost caught in possession by himself there, really. Almost tackled himself on his own edge of his own 18-yard box. Caicedo swings it out to the right. Here's Franco. No room to play it there, and that's given away to Jamal Musiala. Down the line, it's David Raum. Raum with a deep cross. Wirtz with the chest. Took it down. A little bit indecisive Wirtz as he tried to drive it into the net. That was again blocked and cleared away by the Ecuador defence. A little bit indecisive though, Florian Wirtz. Took too long to try and make a decision, and by the time he did, there's 2 or 3 around him. There wasn't much room to manoeuvre. Sane trying to use Wirtz as a bit of cover. They wanted a foul on Havertz, but nothing given. I think the referee has called for half time, I would suspect. So a first half where Germany came out of the blocks flying with an early goal inside 2 minutes, but a pretty speedy response from Nilson Angulo had Ecuador level after 9 minutes. Elsewhere, Cote d'Ivoire are leading at Curacao just before half time, although Curacao are pushing and at the moment it would be Germany and Cote d'Ivoire who would be progressing, but a big second half to come very shortly. Do stay with us. Half time, it's Ecuador 1, Germany 1. Sure, one last kick. This is gonna be it. This is the moment. Vicario kicks this, and Liverpool are there. Liverpool are Premier League champions, and there it comes. Crystal Palace, for the very first time in their history, are FA Cup winners. Oh, he's found the net. Oh, what a goal! Kvaratskhelia is through, wants to add a fourth, and does so. Ahmad, oh my goodness me! That is absolutely unbelievable. Nice again. Oh! You thought he couldn't beat the first one. He's gone and bettered it. Another whip ball in. The header is in by Virgil van Dijk. Incredible.
Thought I never knew. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise, but nevertheless, I get lost when I look in your eyes. I just want to be next to your I get lost when I look in your eyes. Do you even eyes? They're learning. Do you even they're learning. Leave now, make your escape. You know the fortune favors the brave. So close, just get away. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise, but nevertheless, I get lost when I look in your eyes. I just want to be next to your I get lost when I look in your eyes. Do you even they're learning. Do you even I get lost when I look in your eyes. I just want to be next to your I get lost when I look in your eyes. Do you even they're learning. Do you even all this time I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do was easy to use. So call my time, but you weren't really mine, just something to do. Thought I never knew. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise, but nevertheless, I get lost when I look in your eyes.
Welcome back to World Cup 2026. Before the second half gets underway here in New York, New Jersey, here in Group E, let's quickly recap the actions of last night in Group A and in Group C. We'll start in Group A, of course, at the start, where already we knew Mexico were the group winners. They won 3-0 to become the first team to win all three of their group games at this tournament. And a wonderful result for South Africa, who secured a 1-0 victory over South Korea to claim second spot. And with Czechia, of course, losing to Mexico and Korea then being losing to South Africa, South Africa leapfrogged from bottom to second to secure progression to the knockouts, and a beautiful moment for Hugo Bruce's side. Korea now hang in the balance to see whether they will go through as a best third team. After just 3 points from the group. So that is the action there. In Group C, which we didn't see last night, Brazil and Morocco qualified as the top two in the group, 7 points apiece after their respective wins. Brazil thumping Scotland by 3-0 in the game in that group, and Morocco having already we're in a battle with Haiti. I gotta say, already eliminated Haiti in the group. 4-2 winners in the end, Morocco in that one to secure a knockout place. And Scotland are in a similar position to Korea. They hang in the balance in terms of qualifying for the knockouts. Although their players and their manager believe they are out, it is not confirmed yet. But that is what has happened last night. But we will bring you right up to date, of course, when everything is confirmed, who finishes where and what happens. We will let you know and confirm it all for you. But a reminder for you, we have more conclusion action. That's to say Group I. Group I action for you tomorrow night. Norway taking on France tomorrow at 8. That's a huge game in Boston, Massachusetts. Who will top Group I? The winner of that game tomorrow between Norway and France will be the group winner. And Senegal taking on Iraq in the other game in that group. A battle for a possible third place finish for one of those two teams. So that is what's on the line tomorrow night, and really looking forward to that game. Probably one of the games of the group stages in Norway and France. France, if they draw, would claim top spot. Norway, of course, knowing that a win is necessary to see off the French and claim top of the group. Remember, it's Haaland against Mbappe in that one tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Before that, though, second half to come between Ecuador and Germany. As it stands, it will be Germany and Cote d'Ivoire at the moment who will be heading through. And at the moment, Ecuador and Curacao will be heading for home. Second half on the way next. Welcome back to World Cup 2026 half-time in our games in Group E this evening. It is Ecuador 1, Germany 1 at the break, which is our feature commentary game, and elsewhere it is Curacao 0, Cote d'Ivoire 1. So it's all happening in this group, but as it stands, those results wouldn't affect the ultimate finishing positions of any of the teams in this group because they would all stay as they were. Cote d'Ivoire at the moment would be going through in second. Germany are already group winners, so no ultimate changes in the places, and third wouldn't be enough for a best third at any point, so they would be confirmed eliminated, these two teams, Ecuador and Curacao, as it stands. Both know a win is necessary to secure a knockout place. We're about to get back underway here at MetLife Stadium after what was a really positive first half for Ecuador. You have to say that Germany really needed a bit of a shake-up at half-time. They weren't to the level of their usual standards, and they certainly need a bit of a shake-up if they're going to go on and win this game and make it 3 group wins in a row. And have a perfect start to the tournament. Here's Sané trying to give them a quick start to the second half. They scored inside 2 minutes of the first, and here's a chance. Havertz brought down. It is a penalty to Germany. The referee points to the spots, and within 35 seconds, Germany have a penalty. They haven't even announced the German substitute around the stadium, and it's already a penalty to the Germans. The referee, Torre Penso, is getting absolute pelters from the Ecuadorian players. Oh my goodness me. It's clumsy by Ordóñez, but I mean, he makes an absolute meal of this, Kai Havertz, in my opinion. I don't think that's a foul. Not for me. Not for me. I mean, I understand the frustration of Ecuador completely here, because I just think it's... I mean, he goes down really awkwardly, Kai Havertz. It's almost like he's trying to dive. Not that I'm saying he has dived, but it just looks a little bit awkward. And the referee is going to be called to the monitor. And I think this should be overturned. And let's see what the referee has to say. Well, Torre Penso is the one coming over, the referee, to have another look at this. Let's have a look at it again. As we see here, I'm actually checking for foul in the build-up. I mean, I don't actually know why they're looking at this. I mean, this was about 20 seconds before the action. No, no, no. There's no way. I mean, they're checking a challenge in the halfway line. Really peculiar. What? Are you mad? Are you nuts? The check. Well, final decision is a free kick to Ecuador, but no penalty. But that is the most bizarre way to overturn a penalty. A foul 20 seconds or so we would expect before the penalty decision, and that's not a foul either. I mean, Leroy Sané clips the man, but I mean, it's... I mean, come on. I mean, I think they've come to the right decision of not giving a penalty, but it's the most convoluted way. I mean, the referee's playing chess and we're all trying to play football. I mean, it's bizarrely convoluted. But nonetheless, the correct decision is found, in my opinion. No penalty. And we play on, but my goodness me, that was strange. I gotta be honest, I don't want to be slagging off referees and being really disparaging to referees, but some of the decisions in this game have been... I just haven't liked it. The way this game's been refereed right from the beginning. I said it early on, it was just a really whistle-happy referee that was given fouls for really sloppy things, really niggly fouls that were just not necessary to blow the whistle for. There's a free kick here for Ecuador. Moises Caicedo's over it. It's wide on the right, inside the German half, so dangerous opportunity here for Ecuador. Caicedo, right-footed, swung into the box. Oh, a swipe there from Jonathan Tah. Didn't make much contact, if he made any at all, as Piero and Capier battles. And actually stayed in play. Bounces for a German pass there from Wirtz, I think that was. Sané, though, blocked off. This game is a bit chaotic. There's a yellow card handed out to Franco for, I think, throwing on a ball. Yeah. Delaying the restart. So Alan Franco is in the book for delaying the restart of the throw-in there for Germany. This is what I mean, though. This game seems very chaotic. Throw-in here for Joshua Kimmich into Musiala, who was surrounded by yellow shirts. And Valencia trying to be the hold-up. And again, Jonathan Tah, who... Oh! Valencia came crashing into his own bench there. Momentum carried him onto the bench. After this Shoulder-to-shoulder challenge with Jonathan Tah. It's nothing in it in terms of a foul, but almost sat down, quite literally, on the bench by Jonathan Tah. I think in terms of Germany, Jonathan Tah, in my opinion, has probably been the only German player that I think has really stepped up to the mark in terms of his 1v1 battling and his physical play. He's given Enner Valencia absolutely nothing in this game, and it's really, really strong defensive play from Jonathan Tah. That's not great there from Piero Hincapié. He's let Sané drift off the back of him, but good cover there on that left-hand side by Ordóñez, who'd come across, and that's going to be a German throw. And Germany, you would feel, would have to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more front-footed in this second half. You would expect to see it. Sané. Nice work there between the German players. Musiala clogged up again. Felt that he had a hand to the face, but nothing given. That's a lovely little turn by Yeboah. Space here for Ecuador to break. The possession halted by Plata, and that's not a happy crowd in response to that. They wanted Ecuador to counter there, and they just stopped in their tracks. I mean, that's partially the reason why they've been so poor in front of goal. They're afraid to take risks. I mean, that situation, I mean, Plata should be driving 10, 20 yards up the field, looking for a forward pass, looking for an attacking opportunity, but instead just stands on the ball in the centre circle. And it's given away cheaply here by Ordóñez, and a chance in behind here for Germany. It's Musiala. Forced away from goal. Backtracking, William Pacho there, travelling with Musiala there. Germany recycle back to Antonio Rudiger. Now Tah. Right, alongside to Joshua Kimmich. Sané. Back to Kimmich. Oh, Joshua Kimmich, loose touch there that opens the door here for Angulo down the left. Only him and Valencia forward, but he switches it trying to find an out ball. Well held up by Yeboah, who got the better of David Raum. Yeboah here into the box, cuts back onto his left, then back onto his right, swings it across. And the deflection takes it behind for the corner of Antonio Rudiger. Well, Yeboah did really well there. Got past David Raum. I think he should carry on to the byline, in my opinion. He's trying to be a little bit too cute. Allows the defenders to get back across and make the block. In the end, though, they do get a corner, Ecuador. Only the second corner of the game for Ecuador. Only the third overall in the match. Corner delivered in. Flicked on at the back post, but always wide there from Moises Caicedo. But that's what I mean about the threat that Ecuador pose. If they take an extra risk, as we saw there, the break forward from Nilson Angulo, switching it across to Yeboah taking on his man, being more risk-taking, being more aggressive, being more front-footed. They have been able to cause Germany problems already in the game, so why couldn't they do it again by applying more pressure? There's that vulnerability of the German defence. Certainly, I wouldn't say they're there for the taking, but they're certainly not comfortable in this game, Germany. Far from it. Look at that. I mean, that is pub-type football from Germany there. I mean, three players kicking it against each other. Get away with it, but shocking play. Here's Leroy Sané down the right-hand side, driving towards the box. Heavy touch allows the challenge. A little back heel there, that's prime confidence. And the clearance from Willian Pacho. I mean, it's catching here. I mean, it's a disease that is growing right throughout the German team. I mean, not a single one of them have a good first touch. Jonathan Tah, again, they're very ponderous in possession. And looks like they're very leggy, Germany. That's what I have to say in this one. They just look like they've run out of legs. weighing the balance of things right now, I think Ecuador are the better side, playing the better football. I said that in the first half, but I don't think much has changed. Germany made that half-time change of bringing on Stieler for Pavlovic, but I haven't really seen much of Stieler. We haven't really seen much alteration from Germany in terms of the way that they've played in this second half. More the same, really. Caicedo a bit loose there. Ordóñez just about got there ahead of Wirtz. Yeboah there under pressure from Caoimhan Ferris. Will be a throw in to Ecuador. A quick recap, or a quick look at the other game, shall we say, in this group between Curacao and Cote d'Ivoire. Just over 10 minutes gone in that one. The FIFA president that has decided to go to that game. At the moment, Cote d'Ivoire winning, which would secure a runner-up spot in Group E for the African nation. Nicolas Pepe's goal after 7 minutes is the difference in that one. Curacao, of course, making their debut at the tournament right now, would be finishing bottom of the group, but there's still a long way to go. And they are still very much in that game, Curacao. After 56.5 minutes, it is Curacao 0, Cote d'Ivoire 1. Musiala brought down there, storming towards the referee to make sure that Tori Penso, shall I say, knew what his issue was there. Ball forward towards Havertz, but, well, held on to by Pacho, and the good catch by Galindez. Back to Neuer. Launched forward. Flick on by Havertz. Again, I just think the German attackers just haven't done enough. I have to say, they just haven't looked threatening enough. I think their attackers have been a little bit second rate. We haven't seen much of Jamal Musiala, to be fair. He isolated out of the game. Havertz has been a little bit of a ghost at times. The most threats come from Sané and Wirtz, who both combined for the Germany opener, but even they've been a little bit off the mark in this since the goal. Not been at their best, but they've been probably causing the most threat for Germany going forward. And Wirtz and Sané. Speaking of, Wirtz and Sané chasing down a man, and in the end it's a foul by Leroy Sané. Time it was William Pacho that was fouled. Well, let's tell you, there's going to be some changes here from Germany. I'm going to see Malik Chow and Dennis Undav coming on. Joshua Kimmich is going to be coming off, as is Kai Havertz. So Havertz and Joshua Kimmich off, replaced by Undav and Malik Chow. Well, there's a man coming off the bench for Germany who's made some major impacts. Dennis Undav. He's come off the bench in each of their 2 previous group games and has scored in both. Scored a double to turn it around against Ivory Coast after going behind Germany. Scored the equalizer and then the winner to win 2-1. And he scored and assisted twice in the game over Curacao in the 7-1 victory after coming off the bench. So super sub indeed is Dennis Undav. Can he do it again? To help Germany try and get a 3rd group victory and seal Ecuador's fate of elimination. In the meantime, Sebastian Bekasese is trying to make some changes too. It's Vite trying to drive through the middle there. Was a bit of a crowded out area. It's Musiala trying to skip down the sideline. That's just gone out of play. Will be a Ecuador throw. Missy Alejandro sneaky rolling the ball back on there. Throw in here for Ecuador. Not going to make those changes just yet. Or Ecuador. Surpassed the hour mark here inside MetLife Stadium. Again, the second half's been very, I wouldn't say completely similar, but in a way, Ecuador with the better play. Ecuador looking the better team. But so far, just haven't done enough in the final third to pose an ultimate dangerous threat to Germany on too many occasions. Both games in this group hang in the balance, with every team in the group still with a chance of going through. Germany already confirmed as group winners. Each of the other three teams battling it out for possible second spot. That's a good run by Yeboah. Got the head of Rudiger. Tried to spin it back for Enner Valencia, whose shot was powerful. Well stopped by Manuel Neuer. That's the combination they've been desperate for right the way throughout the game for Ecuador. And that time it did work out. Yeboah with the run, Valencia with the strike, but Neuer there to make the save to stop it. Really good goalkeeping, but wonderful play from Ecuador. Well, the dream scenario for Ecuador to confirm second place would be if Curacao turn it around and win against Ivory Coast and Ecuador beat Germany, then they would be second on goal difference. However, they would need help elsewhere to finish second because they lost to Cote d'Ivoire, so therefore in the head-to-head they can't finish above them unless they have more points than them, which would only happen if Ivory Coast were to lose against Curacao. But they need the points themselves, and at the moment they're a little bit open here. It's Weerts breaking away for Germany. Caoimhan Ferris blocked. Well, not away yet though. Around with the cross. Undav in the mix, but a pluck out of the air from Galindez, the goalkeeper from Ecuador. You see it here, Weerts, his shot blocked. Deflects into the path of David Raum, who clips it inside on from his left towards Dennis Undav, around about a yard off the goal line. And Galindez there with the strong hands plucks it from the air. And that's going to trigger the substitutions after this moment. Dangerous moment at both ends. The best one coming from Ecuador. Wonderful cutback by Yeboah. The touch by Enner Valencia. And the strike. And a good punch by Manuel Neuer to make the save. But that was a really good combination. That's going to be Enner Valencia's last impact. He's been replaced, as has Franco, as Preciado and Rodriguez are on for Ecuador. First substitutions of the game. As we see Kevin Rodriguez and Angelo Preciado both on the fields. Left forward by Caicedo. Good hold up there by Rodriguez. Incapié. We have another goal to tell you about in Philadelphia between Curacao and Cote d'Ivoire. We'll get there in a moment as Ecuador on the attack here. Ordóñez. Caicedo into Vite. Down the line it goes. Angulo. Back to Vite. Free kick here for Ecuador. Let's tell you about that goal in Philadelphia. And it's another goal for Nicolas Pepe and another goal for Cote d'Ivoire. They double their lead, which all but seals the fate of Curacao in their debut tournaments. That it looks like they will be heading home as fourth in the group. Wonderful goal by Cote d'Ivoire. Great finish by Nicolas Pepe. And it is 2-0 to Cote d'Ivoire. And that isn't happy reading really for Ecuador either, because it means they have to win, no doubt. I mean, they have to win anyway, but they can't finish second now unless Curacao come back and win, which seems very unlikely. But the best that Ecuador can hope for is a best third finish, which would still be on the cards if they finish with a win here. Ball swung in to the box by Plata, cleared away with the header. Back to Vite, now Plata again. Caicedo. That's Preciado. Swung in with a left boot there from the right, but too close to Manuel Neuer to create any concern on that occasion. Collision there between Steeler and Nkapie there, but nothing out of that. By the way, Germany also made a change. Maximilian Bayer has come on. Max Bayer has replaced Felix Mecha. So Bayer for Mecha. Galindez with the long kick here. Coming close to the hydration break in the second half. Flick by Angulo. Putting pressure on the German backline. And Bayer having to drop deep to see it out for the throw. Bayer who will take this throw for Germany. Bouncing ball there. We'll just drop into the path of Willian Pacho. Remember, Ecuador haven't conceded more than one goal in a single game since their manager Sebastian Becasese took charge. 22 games in running where they've either kept a clean sheet or conceded just a solitary goal in a game. Germany can change that here. They're on the move now. Wirtz, Undav, back to Wirtz. Caoimhan Ferris trying to evade the pressure, just clipped that. Really good challenge. He's done everything he can here, Caoimhan Ferris. Sané. Oh, poor pass there. Tried to play it through to Steeler, but didn't quite find his target. And that's going to trigger the hydration break with that goal kick. So as it stands, we will show you the table because goal difference has changed, but that in the grand scheme of things isn't important in this group in terms of goal difference. What we can show you though, who finishes where, and this is as it stands. So this is confirmation that the dotted lines, whether they be green or red, is as it stands what would happen. So the solid green line is Germany confirmed qualified. The dotted green line beside Cote d'Ivoire on the left means they are as it stands progressing, and Ecuador Curacao with red dotted lines means that as it stands they are both being eliminated. They would both mathematically be eliminated. Obviously Curacao would be, but Ecuador would also be too, from any chance of being a third place qualifier for the round of 32. So that is the way it looks right now. Remember, that can still change though. If Ecuador can turn this around and win, then they would go on to 4 points, which you would expect with a level, at least, goal difference. That should be enough, quite clearly, to get them a best third. We will show you what the as it stands knockout bracket would be. Germany, as it stands, would play Paraguay. We'll find out confirmation of that overnight, who they would play, but Germany are already confirmed as group winners. So they will play against Paraguay as it stands. And Cote d'Ivoire would play on the opposite side. They would currently play Norway, which would be, Cote d'Ivoire would play the runners-up of Group I, which we will watch in action tomorrow night. So that could even be France, depending on the outcome there in that one. Of course, Ecuador currently wouldn't be getting a best third, so it's immaterial where they would possibly get that qualification place right now. But that's as it stands. Quick look at the confirmed look at the table there. We have one confirmed knockout game. South Africa against Canada is a confirmed matchup for the round of 32. All the rest still to be fully decided. So, that's the hydration break done and dusted. And We are heading towards a dramatic final 20 minutes here in New York, New Jersey. Remember, Ecuador have to win, otherwise they're heading home, along with Curacao right now. Capier is coming off here for Ecuador. Ferris Estupiñán is coming on. So Ferris Estupiñán on for Piero and Capier. It is absolutely roasting. It's been probably the warmest day in Northern Ireland in June. It is absolutely roasting. I'm telling you, it is boiling. I'm not used to this heat. We're not cut out for this heat in this country. In some countries around the world get this all the time, but it's 23 degrees here and it's 10:30 at night. I mean, that's not normal. Not normal. Really not normal. Oh, not the best there from Germany. What are they doing? Neuer came for it. He missed it. It's a chance. Oh, it's zipped just wide. Well, my goodness me. Germany have been shocking all night. And they almost wrote their own death wish there. That was horrendous. I mean, that's shocking. It's miscommunication between Jonathan Tah and Manuel Neuer. I mean, I don't know what Tah's doing, taking the touch away from the keeper who was coming for it, whether he thought he wasn't getting there or not. But, I mean, he was right there. Panic from Jonathan Tah. I mean, that's so easy to deal with. Neuer was getting there. In the follow-up, is panicky, to say the very least. My goodness. Plata was there. And it's Caoimhan Ferris to come off here for Germany, replaced by Pascal Gross. "17 minutes of normal time to go. Ecuador 1, Germany 1. As it stands, Ecuador will be heading home. Still 2-0 to Cote d'Ivoire in that game against Curacao. So as it stands, unless Curacao come back and win that, they are going home as well as Ecuador in this group. Here's Vite. I have to say, though, Ecuador have given it a really good try in this game. It's not enough right now. The best chance since their goal from Ener Valencia that was well saved by Manuel Neuer. That's the most dangerous opportunity they've created. Good play down the right here. Giving it away a little cheaply there, the substitutes. Preciado. Foul on Jamal Musiala there. Well, Germany have won their last two meetings with Ecuador. 3-0 victory in the 2006 World Cup. That was in Germany, remember. Oh, here's a chance across for Germany. Maximilian Bayer got in the middle. Will be retrieved here by Gross on the right. Challenged by Vite. Gross battling to keep it in play, but that's gone for a goal kick. Their only other victory other than that 2006 win against Ecuador was in a 4-2 friendly in May of 2013. That also took place in the USA. That took place in Florida, in Boca Raton. Won 4-2 ultimately there in that one, Germany. At the moment, Ecuador will be holding them to a good draw, but it's a point, not enough. Chance here for a bit of pressure in behind from Rodriguez there, but nothing out of it. Oncoming. And this is a chance for Germany away. It's Leroy Sané. Scooped it up into the hands of Galindez. Game is much more open. And end to end now. Rodriguez out to the left is Angulo. Angulo. He's it wide. Estupinian. Angulo. Vite. Now Caicedo. Looking to lift it over the top. The run is made. The header across. Rodriguez chests it down. Rodriguez! Body's on the line to block it. Rodriguez was there ready to shoot. And as the shot came, two German defenders got in the way. Jonathan Tah on the turn. He gets a block in. I think it comes off. I think is that Angulo Steeler initially that gets the block. And goodness me. End-to-end football here late in this game. Both teams scrapping for a win. Corner to Ecuador. 13 from 90. Plus added time. Corner delivered in. Swung, headed on the front post. And it's forced in by Plata. Fabulous. Roofing the nets. And that is wonderful from Ecuador. Straight from the corner. Plata with a finish. On a plate for Ecuador. 2-1 up. They need a win to secure a knockout place. A third place finish. And now they lead the four-time World Cup winners Germany. Wonderful. End-to-end football. And the man who's been on since the start, Gonzalo Plata, was on a plate for him. And he strung it in. Good flick on header. See it here, really good delivery. It's flicked onto the front post. And then it drops into Plata, who just gets his toe in, pokes it round Manuel Neuer, and into the roof of the nets. That is poacher play at its finest. I mean, literally out of the hands of Neuer with his toe. That is a poacher's finish if I've ever seen one. And look at the celebrations for Ecuador. 2-1 up. There are only 2 goals of the tournament so far. And right now, as it stands, they are putting Germany to the sword in this group. It really is ineffective to what happens to Germany, but it is massive in what could happen to Ecuador. And here they're on the move again. This time running into trouble. And now, have they scored a little early? Because would the danger be now that they might now try and settle to keep the lead, and that might be even riskier than trying to go for the winner. But at the moment, they're doing their job, Ecuador. What is an absolute, just a rapturous energy, an eruption of noise from all 4 corners of MetLife Stadium. Nelson Angulo's gone down, whether that's a genuine situation or not. I think they're readying some subs anyway, Ecuador. He's hobbling back to his feet there, trying to help his team, Angulo. Really good from Preciado. He's won the ball high here. Their body's up the field for Ecuador if they can really put a killer on Germany here. Yaboa trying to play it through. Preciado made the run on the outside, but Neuer got there ahead of him. Just in the nick of time. And now we can show you what the updated table looks like. With Ecuador currently winning, this is the way it would look. And that green dotted line appears beside the name of Ecuador in the group. And that would mean, as it stands, with the third place battlers as it is in terms of the competition for the top 8, Ecuador would be in there, and they currently would qualify for the knockout stages as a best third team. As it stands, they have to win though to secure that place. Anything else and it's home time. But right now, the round of 32 is on the cards. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Gulo, little flick. Oh, bounce into the path of his left back there. Little 1-2s from Ecuador. They're brimming with confidence. Wanted a foul there in the middle, not given by the referee. Ecuador on cloud 9 at the moment, but they're not quite there just yet. Still a lot of time to go. Well over 10 minutes you would expect in this game still. Into the 82nd minute. There's 8 minutes plus the added. They're readying a double substitution, Ecuador. But at the moment they're trying their hardest to keep the ball, just to keep Germany at bay. Really strong from Pacho. The two-time Champions League winner with PSG, Willian Pacho, leading the defence for Ecuador. But if we compare the first half to the second half, well, first half, Germany had all the possession, 62% of the ball, 7 shots, 2 on target. Oh, that's fabulous again. Well back. Yeboah down the right-hand side it comes. A chance here for Ecuador again as the cutback. Didn't quite find Rodriguez in the middle. And they turned it around, Ecuador. This has been their second half. They've levelled the possession. They've had so much attack and threat. 2 shots on target, 6 shots, 10 touches in the opposition box, 2 big chances. An XG of 1.53. They've dominated Germany in an attacking sense in this second half. And you would argue deservedly in front. For a good while in this game they've been the better team, and now the scoreline does reflect as such. Here is Max Bayer. Cuts onto his left, runs into trouble as they hoof it away as anything enters the box. It's getting rid of. Caicedo played down the left hand side. And they want the challenge, or a foul on a challenge on Vite there. It's going to be a free kick. Max Bayer with the foul. Really, really wonderful stuff. I've really enjoyed this performance from Ecuador. Really impressive, really good flick on. The flick on header makes the goal, but this, look at the celebration from Sebastian Bekasese onto the field, running down the touchline. Iconic World Cup moment for Ecuador. Iconic. Absolutely fabulous. A country who had underperformed so far in the tournament, but a country who rose to the challenge in the qualifiers for the World Cup. And right now they're rising to the occasion here in New Jersey in a game they must win against the group winners to secure a knockout place. Right now they are winning, and right now they would be in the knockouts. Still time to go though. They've made a double change, by the way. Jordi Caicedo has come on, as well as Felix Torres. So a double substitution for Ecuador here late in the game. Jordi Caicedo, by the way, is a centre forward, so very attacking approach from Sebastian Bekasese really late in this game. Barely believable for some. I love it. This is what makes the World Cup. Moments like this. It's not over yet, but this will be a magical moment again. Every challenge, every ball is cleared from the danger of the edge of the Ecuadorian box. Quickly, Foul there by not Valencia, Rodriguez, apologies. Germany trying to battle back. Steeler. Musiala. Sane. Raum to Musiala. Ta. Right to Malik Chow. Now Bayer. Back to Chow. 4 minutes of the 90 to go, plus added time. Germany in possession here, trying to press and probe Ecuador to try and find another leveler. And you kind of feel in this moment this will be the longest final minutes of a game for any Ecuador fan. Long cross by Raum. Headed by Byers, off target. It's a bouncing ball though. Tracked and challenged. Well, one, although the referee is going to pull it back for a foul. Yeah, Estupiñán there, deemed to have committed the foul. It's going to be a free kick here for Germany. Estupiñán just kind of had grip of the sides, or the kind of the waist of Max Bayer there. It is a foul. And what a historic moment it would be for Ecuador. I mean, considering the situation we started tonight talking about Ecuador needing a bit of a mini miracle. Nail-biting moments for Ecuador fans. And that man, Sebastian Becasese, hasn't stopped directing from the sidelines. Free kick delivered in from posts. It was Estupiñán to get the block. Corner it will be. David Raum to take this corner. He took the free kick there a second ago. That Estupiñán stopped. Look at the nerves on the faces of the Ecuadorian fans. David Raum to deliver, left-footed into the box. First header by an Ecuador player as it's cleared, launched away. Remember, they had never qualified for a World Cup before 2002. And in three of the last 4 World Cups they qualified for, they didn't progress from the groups. They only ever got out of the groups once in their World Cup history, Ecuador. That was in 2006 in Germany. And how a befitting moment it would be to beat Germany in the USA to claim only their second ever knockout appearance at a World Cup. But they're not there yet. Another free kick delivered in by Germany. Headed away at the back post. And the hoof. Oh, it wasn't the best of clearances. It bounced in the air and a header won. They wanted a foul, not given. Bouncing, bit of head tennis here from Germany, trying to get it into the area. Not fully cleared yet. Ta was in the mix, and that one is again launched up the fields. Still in Ecuador's half though, which will unnerve them, but they've got bodies to carry forward. It's Rodriguez. He's found Preciado down the right hand side. Fed it in behind, a chance. Just a little heavy the pass towards Angulo. Nice play though. Danger was there. Well, Ecuador played Germany in their group back in 2006 in Group A, which they progressed to the knockouts. They lost that game 3-0, but they finished second in that group to secure a spot in the knockouts. Their only ever previous knockout appearance at a World Cup. And they're now 7 minutes away from doing it again. 20 years later. This is what the expansion of this World Cup means. This is what it is all about. Steeler. Raum. Nice ball into Musiala, who just evaded the pressure initially with the challenge. Musiala trying to get in the way of the block, but Musiala doing well. Raum whipping a ball in. Headed at the back post away. Chow trying to ready up for a shot, but it's fed back wide here to Gross. He tries to cross. Blocked. It's Plata that at the moment would have the winning goal, who got the block there, and that's a really good challenge by Vite. Well won here. Didn't know what to do there as he tried to go forward. Caicedo, lovely touch and turn, and they're away here. Ecuador, clip ball over the top. It's an awful pass. Awful ball. Rodriguez was the option, but he played a really poor ball over the top there. As every second ticks away, the more nervous, the more anxious. The further you edge forward in your seat to wait for a magical moment to see the final whistle go. Ball swung in again by Germany. Good header once more by Ordóñez. Here's a quick look on the left hand side of your screen of what's to come tomorrow. Norway, France is our feature tomorrow night to see who will top Group I in our Group I deciders. 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow in those games. 5 minutes of the 7 added to go. It's more Germany pressure. Raum. Good hold up by Gross. Into the path of Undav. Undav hits the side netting. Wants a deflection. Says it was a corner, Dennis Undav, but not agreed with by the officials, as that's a venomous effort, but into the side netting. That might just run a bit of the clock down. They're starting to believe. They're starting to feel it. Those Ecuador fans. Rinsing ball here. Germany this time launch it forward. Max Bayer. Preciado with the clearance. Again bouncing down and seen back towards the keeper by Rudiger. Raum. Steeler. Bayer. Raum. Rudiger. Ta. Remember, no matter what happens to Germany here, they will be group winners, so any result will be immaterial to the outcome of their final standings in this group. They know they will be group winners. It's more on principle than anything that Germany are trying to go for a late leveller. Right now, all the story will be about whether Ecuador can hang on. Plata, as it stands, would have the winning goal. Steeler. Square to Ta. Down the right comes Bayer, but well matched there. And Estupiñán with the block. Max Bayer looking for options from the throw-in. Launch towards the area. Looping. If he left that, might have went for a goal kick, but another throw-in though it will be. I think that was bouncing out of play for a goal kick. Nonetheless, swung back in again from another long throw. Met and cleared away well. And the swing on the half turn by Pascal Gross is high and over the crossbar. Still no change to the scoreline elsewhere between Curacao and Cote d'Ivoire. Still 2-0 to Cote d'Ivoire going into the last few minutes of that game. In that one, that's immaterial right now because we know Cote d'Ivoire would be runners-up of the group unless they were to lose, but they're not going to lose with 2 minutes on the clock with a 2-goal lead, so we know that that result is all but certain. Here though, it is not. Can they hold on? Ecuador a little bit loose there. They got away with it though. Poor ball wide from Germany. Max Bayer couldn't get on the end of it. Throw in here to Ecuador, and Sebastian Bekasese is going nuts on the sideline. Jumping up and down like mad. That's what it means. This is the raw emotion of what football creates, what football invents in a group of people who have belief, love, passion and adoration for their country, to fight for the cause of the flag. And no doubt Ecuador have done that this evening. And they're away again. A pull there a little late from Gross. That's going to be a free kick. And with just over a minute, this is a perfect chance for Ecuador just to see this out now. That's incredible play. Absolutely incredible from Plata. Getting the foul out of Pascal Gross. And now they are within a minute of doing it. Within seconds of securing it. Absolutely incredible. 30 seconds of the 7 added is left. If there's ever a time to go to the corner flag, it's now. Free kick is wide to the left of the box. Lots of German defenders back. Lots of German players back. It's Plata around this free kick. Oh, a game all over in Philadelphia. Cote d'Ivoire have won 2-0. They are secured a second place. Congratulations to Curacao. They are through. But Cote d'Ivoire. There's the final whistle. Ecuador have done it. Beating Germany to secure only a second ever spot in a World Cup knockouts. A first time in 20 years. The hopes and dreams of a nation on the shoulders of these players, and they rose to the challenge. Sebastian Becasese's side are heroes in Ecuador. 2-1 winners against Germany. Only a win would do, and they have won. Gonzalo Plata's goal to win it, to claim third place, to claim 4 points, and all but claim security and qualification to the knockout stages. Absolutely magical moments. It is unbelievable from Ecuador. They were by far the best team in this game. Germany weren't up to the task from the very first minute, even though they took an early lead. But the endeavour, the fight, the heart, the mentality of each and every one of those Ecuadorian players was absolutely incredible, unstoppable, and invincible. Final score here at MetLife Stadium. Absolutely sensational stuff. Ecuador 2, Germany 1, and it secures a place in the round of 32 for Ecuador. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Wow. Just wow. Look at the celebrations. I mean, it's like they've won the World Cup, but it's absolutely deserved. And completely acceptable, that sort of celebration. Well, here are the confirmation of the two final scores. Curacao lost 2-0 to Cote d'Ivoire. They are out, and Cote d'Ivoire are through as group runners-up in the World Cup in Group E. And Ecuador's 2-1 win over Germany means that they are securing a third place in the group and securing a best third spot, you would feel. It is certainty for Ecuador. Germany already through anyway, so it didn't really matter what happened to them tonight. But let's show you what it does to the table. There it is. Confirmation. Ecuador have the green dotted line. They are into the knockouts, as well as Cote d'Ivoire and Germany. All three teams are through. And look at the tiers. 4 points on the table. That is really, it is enough. If we look at the best thirds in terms of the ranked teams, Ecuador at the moment would be top of that list. They have the best goal difference and the best points tally of any team right now that is in third place in any of the groups. Now remember, of course, there are still quite a few groups still to play. But right now, 4 of those are on 2 points or less, and the others, even if they were all to win, would not dethrone Ecuador, because there are at least 3 teams that are below Ecuador that have already played. So therefore, it would be mathematically impossible for Ecuador not to be one of the top 8 third place teams. So they are through. They are into the knockout stages. They will be heading to the round of 32. And right now, as it stands, we didn't show you this earlier because it wasn't happening earlier, but this is the knockout bracket as it stood. They are third in the group, Ecuador. So on the right-hand side, as you can see, just below Mexico, Scotland as it stands. England will be Ecuador's opponents as it stands, if it stays as it is with the current formula. Ecuador would be going through to play England's. So there you have it. On the other side, of course, we know Germany were group winners, so they knew they were playing, and when they were playing, at the moment they would play Paraguay as it stands. That hasn't changed. And as well, as I told you, runners-up Cote d'Ivoire, they would play, they would play Norway in their round of 32 game. Speaking of Norway, we'll watch them tomorrow night take on France in the Group I decider. This is from Boston. Tomorrow, Norway against France, an 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, along with Senegal, Iraq, to see who can battle it out there. But it is a battle for top spot between Norway and France in Group I tomorrow. But my goodness me, what a moment for Ecuador. The players on the night winning to make sure that they will be going through for only the 2nd time in the country's history into the knockout stages of the World Cup, and only for the 1st time in 20 years. Thanks for your company. It's been a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Night night.